so let's get this party started. How do you like my cake pan with my name in the bottom of it? I think it's pretty cool myself. First of all, we're going to get this oven cranked up. The recipe calls for 325 degrees. My oven cooks fast, so I'm going to shave off about, let's see here, I'm going to take it down to 315, and we're going to start out with that. Today we are making a keto-friendly earthquake cake. All right, so first off, we're going to start with a sprayed down pan, a 9x13. I'm going to put in, let's see, a cup of unsweetened coconut flakes. That's where we're going to start at the bottom of this pan here. So here is a quarter of a cup. A half of a cup. A third of a cup. And 1 whole cup. All right. Next, we have a half a cup of chopped pecans. That's going to go on top of the coconut. Now, I'm going to set this pan over to the side for now, and we're going to put our mixing bowl over here. In this mixing bowl is going to go 2 cups of almond flour. So here, I do have a cup measurement, but it's in my sugar bag right now. I'm not going to dig it out. Here's 1/2. 1 cup. A cup and a half. 2 cups. The next thing I'm adding is a half a cup of Swerve sweetener. Now, this one I am using the granular Swerve for this part of the recipe. So we're going to get in a half cup of that. Then we'll come in and hit it with a third of a cup of cocoa. Third of a cup of cocoa. Okay. I'm going to come in, and I just love this stuff. If you haven't tried it, you need to. It's PB Fit peanut butter powder. I'm going to throw a quarter of a cup of it in there. Which, yes, it's going to have to make me do a little bit of refiguring on the nutrition part of it, but that's okay. 2 teaspoons of baking powder. 1. 2. All right. A half a teaspoon of salt. As to which I'm using kosher. Now, we're just going to give this a whisk. And let's get this stuff all blended together. How's that? Make sure you get most of your lumps out of your almond flour, your protein powder, whatever the kind of protein powder that you choose to use. Make sure you get everything mixed in really good. All right, let's move on to the next part of the recipe. How about 3 large eggs? To those 3 large eggs and this dry ingredient mixture, we're going to add 6 tablespoons of melted butter. Let's see what we have next. I'm going to add a 1/2 cup of cold coffee. Then let's get us a 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla. How's that? I'll pour in a 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla. All right. Now I'm going to step back over here and get the next thing that we need, which includes an 8 tablespoons of melted butter and a softened 8-ounce block of cream cheese that I've blended together. I'm going to set it to the side over here. All right. So we're about to get this stuff that we already had in this bowl mixed together. Now, let's move this to the side and get our baking dish back down. All right. Now this cake batter is going to cover this coconut. Oh, I bumped my camera. Hang on. Maybe that's okay. This coconut and pecan mixture. So we're just going to get it poured in this pan. And let's get it spread out. Just going to kind of gently pull it around. I don't want to disturb the coconut and pecans too much. Kind of want those to stay on the bottom and evenly spread out themselves to the best of my ability anyway. We'll see. This is beginning to look like a really good dessert. I'm curious to see what it's going to taste like. Never had it before. And so I guess it's going to be a new experience. All right, let's see what's next. All right. So to my to my melted butter and softened cream cheese blend, I am going to Find my measuring cup. Hang on. These things, for some reason, have a tendency to walk away from me. But anyway, I'm going to add a cup of Swerve confectioner's type sugar. I know you can't see me, but trust me. So what's going on? Okay, so I have that added in. I'm going to run over here to my other counter where I have my mixer plugged in. And I am about to mix this in. Be right back. Alright, y'all. Got that done. Now, I'm going to move this out of my way. First off, I'm going to take this mixture, kind of just dollop it over my cake. And my camera will not stay straight today, y'all. So yeah, get this all dolloped on. Just here and there and everywhere, I suppose. And then guess what? That's right. We're about to do some swirling and twirling. I'm using a steak knife. It's what was handy, so it'll serve the purpose. I'm just going to swirl and kind of cut this in. Take it to the bottom so it picks up into some of that coconut and pecans. Yeah. Kind of get it all cut into your cake batter. I have noticed though that these keto recipes that call for almond flour and such tend to be a bit of a thicker batter, which there's nothing wrong with that. But anyway, I've just kind of noticed it. Alright, so I'm just going to kind of smooth it down a bit to where the coconut and pecans were exposed. I've cut some down into the bottom. So then I'm just going to kind of swirl it around a little bit in here. I think that's as swirly as it's going to get. Alright. The last deal. A half a cup of, let me get them. Alright, the last thing I'm going to add is a half a cup of sugar-free chocolate chips. I'm using the Hershey brand. Not sure on what type of sugars and things they use in it, but I'm going to take them and I'm going to sprinkle them over the top of this cake. And this cake is going to go in the oven for 45 minutes, give or take, or until it's mostly set through. It's going to be a little bit soft and maybe a tad liquidy, it says in the middle. But you're supposed to let it cool and set 20 minutes before you serve it. So here we go. And here we go, guys. Keto friendly earthquake cake. Gonna let it cool. Can't wait to taste it.